Hello, Monroe Township. I am Mayor Stephen Dalina, and I want to welcome you to the latest edition of the Mayor Dalina Show. We're going remote today, and I have our director of our public library, Leah Wagner, here. So we're doing a little virtual walking tour of the library and get to know the library. If you haven't been here, I have to say you got to get here. And if you've been here, like most Monroe residents, maybe you'll learn a little bit more. Right now, we're going to start off in the circulation welcome area. And Leah, you know, I have to just say that deep in my heart how important the library is to those Monroe residents who may not know. I am a card-carrying Master's in Library Information Science person. So having this library, having the facility, having the people here is such an important component of what we're all about in Monroe. And Leah, what you do here, your leadership, your guidance, your experience, your professional attitude, what you bring here makes this place hum. And I just want to say, it's just, you know, this is your second time doing the Mayor Dalina Show,
yes,
but first time remote. So, Leah, it's all yours. What's cooking? What's cooking?
Welcome everyone, and out there. So we're standing just when you come in the library, and this is the circulation department. And this is our first stop usually, because this is where people come and they check out their books or they have a question. There's always somebody at this desk, so if there's a question, they can go right there. But basically, you do your checkout, drop your books off here, and then you go on and do the rest of the business that you want to do here at the library. We have the welcome desk, which is over here, right behind me, and that is a place, if you have a more extended question, you know, a little bit more in-depth question, you would take that to the welcome desk, and a lot of people go there for book recommendations and looking for something good, or I just finished this book by this author, is there something else like it, you know, those kinds of things. And then right behind the mayor are our self-checkouts, and we did this a couple years ago. We've had self-checkout for a long time, but these are new ones, and this allows you to, it's just like the grocery store, you can check out your own materials. We publicize some of our programs on there, so you know what's happening on the library. But that's sort of what just happens in this area. It's just nobody really sits here. We just come and go, which is good. It's our welcoming spot.
And my observation is this is recent. I'll say recently updated, renovated, and that's the Monroe Libraries, is this evolution, right? Constantly growing, constantly looking for bigger, better, because that's how we do it in Monroe. And what I've seen here, especially with the self-checkout and having that welcome desk, sometimes that's just that one little question that somebody might have, that it's an invaluable resource here. Yes. So what's next on our resource list?
We're going to head over to the reference department.
Here we go.
So this area is where we keep the DVDs, the audiobooks, and the collection is on either side of it. And we have books on everything, DVDs on everything. You can find just about anything.
So life isn't still all about streaming. We're still doing the DVDs, right?
We are.
But we are getting a little smaller, though.
We are getting
smaller footprint. So
every year.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Lots of stuff for Monroe. So reference.
This is the reference area. This area in particular is a very quiet area. A lot of people come right in this spot to read the newspapers. We have magazines. We still get newspapers. Or just to read a book if they want. The reference desk is the place you go for a much more in-depth question, if you have that. Sometimes if you ask a question at the welcome desk, they will refer you back here and help you. They do a lot of tech help here. You know, I just got a new phone, can you help me? Yep. How do I set this up? They do tech help on the computers that are out here for people. A lot of the work that they do has shifted to that.
Right.
We have a lot of databases that I don't think a lot of people know.
Yeah.
And for instance, we have Heritage Quest, which is a genealogy. You can use Ancestry here in the library. But we cannot do it remotely. But we have magazines for database. We have several services for audiobooks, ebooks, movies. You can stream some movies on some of the databases. That's all found on our website, which we tried to have like a separate branch, right, to have all the same activities there. But they'll do all kinds of questions. You know, sometimes it's just a trivia question. It could be I'm looking for a good doctor. Where can I find a list of doctors in the area?
Yeah.
So we do just about everything.
Yeah, well, having spent a couple of years at the reference desk, I worked here part-time before I got involved in government. I know the, again, invaluable resource that a reference librarian provides. And yeah, there's some trivial questions, but there are sometimes some very, very serious questions
Yes.
that get asked. And for me, the reference desk has always been the gatekeeper, the gateway for information, your information needs here in Monroe Township. So
The other two couple services that come from this desk are they do faxing. That is $1, and then we have a copy machine for the public. We have 2 of them actually, and one is a color copy. You can do color copies on, and we also do the black and white, and then scanning. They will also scan a document.
Yep.
In fact, you'd be surprised. There are many
Yeah.
places
Oh,
that
yep,
still
no doubt.
require a fax rather than a scan.
Yep.
So
and again, that's what we're here for,
that
to
is
help.
exactly right. Yeah. So it's usually a very busy desk. It's everybody comes here to ask a question.
For sure.
I come here to ask a question. I need help with this. Can you help me find this?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
again, it's to me, it's that gatekeeper of information, and it's so very important. So, where to next?
Next, I'm going to take you to our art gallery.
Ah, nice. Let's go look at some art. All right. So as we enter this beautiful gallery, Leah, is the art here? Is it rotating, or is it just always consistently? Here, sit down.
They are local authors, and we have a different show about every 2 months. They come in, and this is my favorite room. It has a museum quality to it. It's a great quiet study. A lot of people come in here and they keep their voice very hushed. And it's lovely.
As we're doing now.
Exactly. It just happens when you walk into this space. But it's so interesting to see the different talent that is out there, and it's such a great way to exhibit what's happening in our community, and that's one of the reasons we did it.
Yeah.
We knew we had so many artists, and we felt that it was really important for there to be a space.
Yeah.
And so,
Well, I mean, that's the essence of what we do here at the library. It's not just reading, it's not the books, but it's cultural awareness of what's out there, but also with the focus on our Monroe artists for sure. And it's just fascinating. And this room has some reverence to it for
it does,
sure.
yes.
And to display local artists is important. It's important for cultures, it's important for arts, it's important for what we do here at the library for sure. It's beautiful.
So this display, I think, is here till the end of April. But every 2 months it changes, and you never know what you're going to get. The artists submit their work, and then a committee chooses who we meet, and then we schedule them. And it's usually booked, I think it's booked out till probably the middle of 26.
Now, fascinating.
Yeah.
Oh, again, if you get an opportunity, please come and take a look.
And just right behind us is the cafe,
Okay.
which is, so you have this very quiet space, but that can get a little noisy because it's a big hangout, particularly when school is out.
Yeah, for sure.
We are right down the street from the high school, so we get a lot of high school students. But it's all vending, but it's a nice place to
Yeah.
be. So we'll take a little bit of a shortcut. I'll take you right through the stacks.
Here's the stacks, baby. Yep, it's all good. All righty, Leah. I mean, this is the shot here. I mean, I heard you call it the living room
Yes.
of Monroe Township here. So what's going on in this section?
So much goes on in this section. So when we first came in, there's an area for seating, and we have so many people who sit there and read. It's great to people watch. They wait for people that they know they're going to meet, or it's just lots of activities going on. This area, we have computers, public computers, and those computers are for residents, and anybody who does not have a library card can just get a little pass, and it'll allow them to come on, and they're free. And then this area, we added seating here because we have so many people who come in to tutor, and we are so close to the high school. We have so many students come in to work, and this is a very busy spot after school. We have study rooms over here.
Yep.
That they can reserve, and they can do that all online.
How many study rooms do we have?
We have 4.
Four study
We have
rooms.
4 study
Okay.
rooms, and they need to be reserved because they're so popular.
Yeah.
and that can all be done online.
Yeah,
The reservation
wow.
can be done online, so you
Yeah.
can do it at your convenience.
Right.
But this is sort of where the hub. This is where a
Yeah.
lot does happen in New
Yeah,
York.
nah.
And from off here, you go to all the other parts of the library.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we went through the main stack area. I know over my left-hand shoulder, we're going to be hitting children's section.
Okay, first we're going to head to the YA department.
YA, let's go.
Okay.
I know YA has grown, right? Because it used to be a small little section over there
That is
at
correct.
some point where the reference desk was.
That's right.
That's where I spent my time. So tell me a little bit more about YA and who's using YA and is it, do you set it up with the schools as well for reading lists and
Yes,
what's
we
going
do.
on?
We do work with the schools for all of the summer reading lists that they have.
Right.
But you're right. When we expanded the library, we made this a bigger space.
Mm-hmm.
This is its quiet time because everybody's in school right now, so
Mm-hmm.
this is its quiet time. But in the afternoon, it's a very busy little place. We have volunteers. The kids volunteer to be tutors here, to work with their math and reading buddies program.
Mm-hmm.
They do in the summer. And when they're on break, they do a tech help. Which
Okay.
is so much fun because there's quite a buzz when they're here.
Yeah.
And they're here to help anybody who has any questions about their phone, their laptop,
Yeah.
whatever. And then there's all the reading. We have the kids who shelve in here.
Yeah.
Emily, who is right over here. We may see her as we go passing through. She is our young adult librarian. She does programming for them. We go out to the schools. We talk to the kids at the schools
Yeah.
so that they know who we are before they come in. It's
a beautiful thing.
It's just a very lively little place.
Yeah. All righty. YA, what's next?
Now we're going to children's.
Children's, all right. Hi, Emily. Bye, Emily. We keep trucking. It's a library turf.
It's not a very big space, but it's a very busy space.
Oh, for sure.
Makes big impact.
All righty. So children's, I mean, Leah, I mean, I've experienced having, brought up two avid readers growing up to come to children's. It was always special, not only for the kids, but also for the family as well. But, and I know you as starting out here as the children's librarian, how important this section is to you. What's going on here?
Oh, so much. We've divided the space, and we're standing basically where you would have the preschoolers come. That's why there is so much space, open space here. It's space for them to move. There's a lot of socialization that happens here. We have a Lego table, and it's so much fun to see all of these kids. They don't even know each other, and they just play with each
Yeah.
other. But there's a huge picture book collection. We have a number of volunteers that go out to the schools called the RAVE program. And they read they're assigned a class. They stay with that class for the whole school year. And we make sure that we have the materials for them to take into the classroom. So we have a really large picture book collection for that, when you have all those people going in. We have a program room where we do all of our programs, the story times, the craft programs, the big programs. We have a volunteer program called Kids for Kids, which is for kids who are in grades 3 through 6.
Okay.
And they do things for the kids in the community is
Right,
what they do. That's
right.
why they're called Kids for Kids. So there's a lot that happens in this area with the parents. New parents meet parents who've lived in town. It's a very social area here. The other side looks like the rest of the library. It has a lot of stacks in it,
Right.
and it's used basically
Little
for
bit
children's
shorter
reference.
stacks,
They're
you know,
shorter,
yeah.
which it's very good for me.
It's the clientele. Yeah, there you go.
But we do the same kind of questions. We get, the same kind of
Yeah.
questions that they get at reference, but lots of school reports.
Yeah.
And lots of help with that. And with tech now, things change. We have a maker studio. It's called Studio M. And I always joke there's a teacher in the high school who has the kids do a video every year. And I always know when it's biology time for the video because I have green screens everywhere in the
Oh, wow.
library.
Yeah.
And they're outside filming. So it's just about anything goes here. Just about anything.
Yeah, for sure. It's a very special place here. Not only for the facility, the building itself, but for the town. And like you said, that socialization part of it, and not only for the kids but for the parents. It's an amazing, vibrant vibrant part of this library.
It's one of the nicest things to see people who become friends, and then
Yeah.
they start making lunch dates or play dates, and then that's a lot of fun to
Yeah,
see.
for sure, for sure.
hard.
And so, you know, in keeping also with the art too, and I know there's a little display case.
Sure. When
as
we
well?
go out, we can go right past it.
Yeah,
And
okay.
we have a display case that we have different collections can go in there, but more than half of the year it is art from the schools,
Yeah.
which is what's in there now. It's Mill Lake.
Yeah, it's
and
beautiful.
It's great. It's just great. How
Yeah.
every child sees something different.
Yeah, for sure.
They
for
see
sure.
the same thing but different. It's the sun.
Yeah.
It all looks different.
Yeah,
So it's all wonderful.
all good. Alrighty, so as we wrap up our tour, we've come full circle, Leah. We have a bicycle in the middle of a library.
Yes.
What's up with that?
This is our newest edition. It was bought by the Friends of the Library for us to use. We don't really ride it around. We use it more for promotional purposes. We do take it to places where we can't get the bookmobile, because we do have a bookmobile. And sometimes the roads are too narrow, so we take this out, and they can circulate books from there. It goes to different events. It's been outside the municipal building for library card sign up. So you just never know where you will see us. And it's been a lot of fun. It's very recognizable, so everybody knows the library. Oh, that's the place with the bicycle with the books. So
Yeah.
that's always very good.
See, this is a combination of me, right? I love riding a bike and I love libraries. So this is just a beautiful thing, and that uniqueness, that distinctiveness that you have here is what people can remember. And I know, speaking of remembering, we've covered a lot of information on our little tour of the library. My recommendation, my library reference recommendation is check out our website. It's just a fascinating, the library website, so much information there. Take a look, peruse, browse, because that's the wonder of the library, and that's what it is, and that's a reflection in our website. Better yet, stop on by. If you haven't been here before, I implore you, please come take a look. And if you have that question and you don't want to go on the website, and that's okay, you want to talk to people, there's beautiful people working here. It's just a wonderful place to learn, to immerse yourself into another land, another world, to learn something important. And that's the essence of the Monroe Township Library. And I just want to thank you so much, Leah, for taking Monroe Township on that beautiful tour of this beautiful facility with these wonderful people. And again, the crown jewel of not only Monroe Township, not only Middlesex County, not only the state, but it's the USA, baby. This is just a wonderful place, and I just want to thank you so much for your leadership and your professionalism. And Monroe Township Library, it's waiting for you. Come on in.
Thank you so much, Mayor.
All good.